Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Days of Our Lives reveals that Ava Vitali will panic when she discovers Harris Michaels bleeding out on the loading dock and will call for assistance. Chad and Julie trapped in fire. Harris rushed to hospital. Fortunately, Trip Johnson will in any case be close by following his feast with Wendy Shin at the bistro, so he'll jump right into it. Days say Trip will apply strain to the injuries Harris has gotten before his new persistent is hurried to the medical clinic. DOL fans can anticipate that Trip should keep chipping away at Harris, however he's by all accounts not the only Salemite to be worried about. A shooter additionally entered Harris's condo and discharged 2 times, so it seemed like Lucas Horton and Kate Roberts-Brady were shouting over the shots toward the finish of Friday's episode. Monday's show will bring the result, so fans will get refreshes on whether any other individual was injured and how gravely. Obviously, Days spoilers likewise highlight Chad DiMera and Julie Williams making an unnerving disclosure at the Horton house, which was set ablaze by a covered man. Julie will assist Chad with ensuring the children are securely out of the house and across the road, however at that point she'll understand Chad has returned inside with the quencher. Days spoilers say Julie will follow and wind up caught with Chad momentarily, yet they'll at long last figure out how to get away. Doug Williams will come to somewhere safe too, yet there'll be a few miserable minutes once Julie and the others see exactly how much harm has been finished. Even though Julie will make plans to rebuild, she won't be able to look at the burned-out house, especially after she told the moving story about the house's history and the people who have lived there. Concerning Chad, he'll get a contorted call that says perhaps he'll tune in the future, so he'll probably think Clyde Weston is behind this. In the meantime, Rafe Hernandez will barbecue Ava and Stefan DiMera about Harris's trial, however he will be unable to pry any valuable data out of them. Xander Cook was in running clothing like the individual who shot Harris, so that will undoubtedly prompt difficulty for him soon. Sarah Horton saw that dubious text inquiring as to whether it was finished, so Xander might be blamed for bringing Harris down, however it doesn't appear as though he really made it happen. Done with Paulina Cost, she'll keep on feeling remorseful for messing up Chanel Dupree and Johnny DiMera's wedding plans, however their unexpected clinic pre-marriage ceremony will enchant her later during the Days of Our Lives say a few stunning minutes are coming up soon. Clyde's meeting, Everett and Chad's risk? Days of Our Lives spoilers and updates bother when Everett Lynch and Chad DiMera interview Clyde Weston in Statesville. They're getting themselves positioned for risk. Everett may not understand how risky Clyde is, yet Chad has no justifiable reason. It was Clyde who killed Abigail DiMera. Days of Our Lives absolutely no chance is Clyde Weston allowing them to destroy his realm. Clyde can tell that their insightful detailing is an arrangement, more than whatever else. They care very little about illuminating people in general about a continuous addiction to drugs that they're as of now more than mindful of. Clyde realizes darn well the inquiries being posed are being approached to fool him into saying he's managing everything. Days of Our Lives Clyde's meeting, Everett and Chad's risk? Chad lets him know there was an extremely large strike at a distribution center that morning and there was a body. Everett needs to keep him away from choking Clyde. The situation will spin out of control once Clyde figures out what occurred and that what was going on at the distribution center is being attached to him. Furthermore, that implies that Chad and Everett are reasonable, both going to have focuses on their backs. DOLEJ DiMera is restless to bring the medication top dog down. Clyde's now in a correctional facility and running his medication realm from within, yet by the by EJ DiMera is restless to for all time bring the medication top dog down more. Presently he has an individual stake in it with his stepdaughter in a trance-like state, however he has a past with Clyde too. Clyde's colleague put a projectile in EJ and he was great as dead if Dr. Wilhelm Rolf hadn't restored him at Stefano DiMera's course. The best way to bring somebody down who's as of now in jail is to send a professional killer his way. Nobody would get that past EJ. Days of Our Lives, Clyde Weston has contract killers. Everybody with any information on Clyde whatsoever realizes he has hit men both inside the jail and outside jail. Change is certainly required, yet how to achieve that is something else. Everett and Chad should write about that topic, which is the necessity of reforming prisons and putting an end to guard and warden corruption. Chad was most likely not the most ideal individual to meet with Clyde, regardless of whether Everett is with him. Clyde was insulting him about what befell Abigail and that set Chad off. He hoped that his presence would cause him to act in a way that would put him in trouble. In the episode of Days of Our Lives in which Harris was shot and the Horton house caught fire, Salem was a chaotic and violent place. Harris was shot to death before the credits rolled, and the Horton family's beloved home caught fire. It is evident that those responsible for the drug epidemic sought to neutralize any threats to their operations by employing deadly scare tactics. The temporary peace before a violent upheaval of shots and flares. On this for the most part serene Valentine's Day Eve, Teresa, Emily O'Brien, and Alex, Robert Scott Wilson, remained in and talked Jane Austen and dependence. At the bistro, Wendy, Victoria Elegance, and Tripp, Lucas Adams visited with Ava, Tamara Braun, about their abnormal altercation with her and Stefan, Brandon Barish. Lucas, played by Brian Datillo, went downstairs to the pub rather than staying in Harris's room. Somewhere else, Xander, Paul Telfer, and Sarah, Lindsay Godfrey, chit-chat about style, then, at that point, he upset an energizing second between the two. Clearly, his time was better spent going on a run. Thomas, Carrie Christopher, and Charlotte, Autumn Gendron, listened to Julie tell them about the Horton family's past and present at Doug's, Bill Hayes, and Julie's, Susan Seaforth Hayes, home. She made warm, sincere references to Tom, MacDonald Carey, and Alice Horton, Frances Reed. Additionally, Jennifer, Melissa Reeves/Katie McLean, and Jack, Matthew Ashford. When the children hit the hay, Chad, Billy Flynn, let Julie in on the amount it intended to live there. It seemed like home, particularly since he could feel Abby's, Marcy Mill operator, presence. Salem's horrendous Valentine's Day Eve. The harmony and calm of the night immediately turned into a loathsomeness show after somebody baited Harris, Steve Burton, to the docks dishonestly. A secret man moved toward him, somebody Harris perceived. Unexpectedly, this shooter, clad in a tracksuit and extravagant tennis shoes, dumped 2 shots straightforwardly into Harris's chest. He then left the cop, who was covered in his own blood. Another secret man dumped gunfire at the bar. Did he hit anyone? Like Lucas or Kate, Lauren Koslow? At long last, another secret man sprung up at the Horton house. Rather than utilizing weapons to make himself clear, he put a match to the spot that addressed such a great amount for such countless individuals in Salem. The Xander component. Before Xander went on his run, he composed a message and afterward abandoned his telephone. How could he leave his telephone there? Obviously, Sarah found it and she read a message that expressed, "Is it finished?" Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update. Went down the stairs to the bar as opposed to remaining in Harris's room.